Hey guys, Tab here, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me on today. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope that you all are doing well. So it is almost 10 o'clock, and I am coming to you with another video on preparing for what's to come. All gas, no brakes. Guys, things are ramping up, and I think it's so important for us to go ahead and start preparing our homes. So here in Texas, it starts to get cold, freezing cold around Halloween, and that is coming up soon, which is next month. And I can't believe that we are halfway through the month of September, so time is really flying. So I am doing what I can to get my home prepared because here in Texas, we have snowstorms, power outages. We can have a power outage at any time. Anything could happen. So I'm just trying to get some things done to get my home ready. So what I have here in front of you guys is a stackable can rack organizer. I purchased this from Amazon probably over a year ago. This is the chrome one. It holds up to 36 cans and it comes in white, chrome, and black. This is $24.97. Before I started this video, I went ahead and went on Amazon to see if they still had these available, and they do. And they are $24.97. And I think that's probably around the same price that I paid for it when I bought it. So, I'm starting to rotate some things out. I'm moving some things from my emergency stockpile to my working stockpile. And also, so some of the things that's has some of the things that has expired, like these cans of green beans. I have 3 of these, and as you can see, the expiration date was 12 of 22. I did cook some of these recently, guys, and they are still just as fresh as the day that I bought them. So I have 3 cans left, and I will be cooking these 3 cans today for dinner. So some of these I'm going to be moving into my working stockpile, and then some of the new green beans and other items that I've purchased will go into the back of these. So I do have these, the expiration date written on the front. Some of them I have the expiration date written on top of the cans, like this one as well. But this is a easy way if you're working with a small space like I am to organize your canned goods. That way, you know, when you go to grab something to cook, you won't have to be fumbling all through your cabinets to look for your non-perishables or whatever that you need that you want to stack on here. This is so easy to just open your cabinet or wherever you keep your non-perishables and just grab and open these up and cook these. Also, some of my canned goods have the little tops that you can pull open, and then some of them you definitely have to use a can opener, guys. So that is another thing that you want to keep in mind, to make sure that you have a couple of manual can openers just in case you lose power, so that way you'll be able to open your canned goods. But this stackable rack here holds up to 36 cans, which is great. As you can see, I have a variety of non-perishables here, and you can, you know, use whatever. If you want to use like uh canned sodas or something like that to put on here to store away, you can do. And it's really, I like it because I stay organized, and I have 2 of these actually. I'm working with a small space, and I'm gonna show you another way that I am storing my canned goods away. I'm in the process now of ordering a shelf to go in my garage, and now that the weather is getting cooler, I'm going to start storing some things in my garage. But first I do have to check to see what temperature some of these things can tolerate, the lowest temperature, before I do that. But I'm definitely going to be storing some things in my garage because I'm running out of space. I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you guys, but I did take my linen closet and I took everything out, and I'm using that as one of the places where I'm storing some of my emergency food storage. And then I also have another place here in my home where I'm storing. So if you were interested in this, again, they do have these available. If you have Amazon Prime, you could get it the next day or within a couple of days. But I do have a variety of things. I have my green beans. I have some carrots. My family, we're not a real big carrot eater, but you know, sometimes during the winter, I like to cook certain soups that the recipe calls for carrots. So I do try to keep a few cans on hand. We also have some navy beans, black beans. I have the dice and the sliced potatoes. And then also I have mixed vegetables. Now, I do like to cook a vegetable soup with cornbread muffins during the wintertime. So I definitely have to get stocked up on more of these canned vegetables. And also, if you don't have the mixed vegetables, you can just take your green beans, your carrots, and then also I do have like canned lima beans. Like this right here, you can take your individual canned beans and you can just mix them all up, and then also grab your tomato products like your whole canned tomatoes or diced tomatoes and pour it over in a pot, and you just have your pot of soup. And then we like to eat black beans and rice, who eat red beans and have some dark red kidney beans, because I do love to cook chili. I have pinto beans, and you can take your pinto beans and mash those up. You can make bean burritos and other things. So there are limitless ways to use your foods. But yes, this is definitely a keeper. If I see where I have more places where I could store more canned goods, I'll probably get one or two more of these. But right now, I'm just going to stick with the two that I have. All right, y'all. So another way, or the last way that I am storing my canned goods is I get these little trays here from work, where we get the formula for the babies and all. So I grab some of these, and this is how I stack my canned goods, which is the reason why I'm going to be getting a shelf to go into, or several shelves to go into my garage. So that way, this is how I'm going to be stacking my canned goods in the garage. And so these right here does not have the expiration dates on them, because I recently purchased these. But also I do not, and I said it in another video, I don't stack my cans like this on top of each other, you guys, because I just feel like after so long that the top of the cans will start to rust. So I'm trying to preserve my food as long as I can. Also, you want to make sure that there are no dents or anything in your cans. So that is one of the things that I check for when I'm buying my canned goods at the grocery store. I check for dents, and I also check the expiration dates on them. So these are still pretty good. These right here expire in 2026, and I have some other beans like these red beans. They expired in 12 or 24, but they are still fresh. There are no dents in here. And while I'm going through my pantry checking or pulling things from my emergency food storage into my working pantry, that's another thing that I'm checking for: dents. If I find that there are dents already in some of my cans from me moving them around, I'll go ahead and cook those up and use those. Or I may just put them in a bowl, a plastic bowl, and put them in my deep freezer. And whenever I'm ready to use those for any type of recipes, then I will go ahead and just pull those out of my deep freezer. So again, this is another way that I am stacking. Or if you don't have trays like this, you can take your Amazon boxes that you have things delivered in, and you can just pull those apart, lay them on top. Hang on one second. Let me show. I think I have like a box that I can show you. This is a box that I had something delivered in. And so what you can do is just take a piece of this box, cut it out, and then you can just lay it on top of your canned goods. So I went ahead and cut a piece of that cardboard off, guys. And like I said, if you don't have any trays like this to store your canned goods in, you can always take a box that you have laying around the house, cut it to whatever size that you need, and just layer your canned goods like this. And then you can just start stacking your canned goods this way. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy something. Use what you have around your house, or either look for something that can be used around your house to store your canned goods or stack up your canned goods. So if I ever run out of these trays, this is exactly how I'll be stacking my canned goods. Once I get my shelving to go into my garage, this is exactly what I'm going to be doing, guys. So I won't go out and just make purchases when I have things around the house that I could use. And this is definitely good if you have a small space like I have. So I'm going to go ahead and crack open one of these cans of green beans that expired back in 2022 that I'll be using for dinner today, guys. And I'm going to show you how good these green beans still look, and they taste just as good, like I said, as the day that I bought them, because I cooked some recently. So let's go ahead and get a can of these open, and then you'll see how fresh they still are. So just because your canned goods has expired, don't feel like you have to throw them away, because they do last years after the expiration date. And see how they are still just as fresh looking as the day that I bought them. So I'm going to go ahead and taste one. So good, you guys. And another thing that you want to look for, now this is a can of sweet peas that expired in July of 2023. And as you can see, it looks like the label on it has been like something waste on it. But where I have my canned goods stored, that there is no way possible that something could have waste on this. And also I noticed that at the bottom of the can is not as hard as it used to be when I first purchased these. So I'm going to open these up, and I'm going to go ahead, for the safety of myself and for my family. I won't be cooking these, you guys. I'm going to throw these away, but I'm just curious to see what these look like on the inside. So I'm going to crack these open and see what they're looking like. So this is something also when you are rotating out your food that you want to look for as well. I'm going to spin this around. You see, it's even worse on this side. So let's crack these open and see what this looks like. So this is what they're looking like. Let's smell. They smell fresh, but like I said, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and chunk these. I don't smell anything that's sour or rotten or anything. So they do smell like sweet, still smell like sweet peas. So, but again, for my safety and the safety of my family, I'm going to go ahead and chunk these. All right, ladies and gents. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me on this video. I hope that it was helpful to you. I will link this rack in the description box below in case you guys were interested in ordering you some to go in your small space. And also, again, these are my two ways of how I store my non-perishables. So if you have any questions for me, make sure you drop them down in the comment section. I do answer my comments back. And also, if you're new to the channel and you like what you saw and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have more videos to come on preparing for what's to come, all gas, no brakes. And also, give me a thumbs up so YouTube can push these videos out into the algorithm so more people can see and get prepared, you guys. And I appreciate you again. Thank you so much for your support of my small channel. And you guys have a blessed remainder of your Sunday. Have a blessed week at work next week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.